get there, if there's no bigger meaning than just getting the thing, it's a really empty experience. And I think also nowadays we're so focused on the end goal that we forget to enjoy the journey. That it's not necessarily about getting there, that it's about the journey to getting there, and what you go through and what you learn and who you become in the process of getting to the goal. I 100%, a million percent even, think that we all should have goals. Absolutely, because then otherwise you're just, I don't know, just wandering
Well,
around.
someone else will make sure their goals are your goals. Like, that's just the way the world works. So you do have to have your own, but you do have to enjoy that journey.
You do have to enjoy the journey, and the goal has to have some meaning more than just I'm chasing this goal because everybody else is, or I'm chasing this goal because I read somewhere. Like there has to be some bigger meaning for what your goal is.
Oh, yeah, because there's going to be days where you're like, this isn't working. It must not be worth it. Like, I'm hitting an obstacle, and I believe that like obstacles just show you how much you really want the thing because you either fight to get over that obstacle, through that obstacle, around it, or you go, this is actually too big of a hill to climb and I don't want to do it. So you do have to have a meaning and a purpose behind each goal. I agree. I feel like, a lot of people probably would go, yes, I'm supposed to enjoy this journey. But the how of enjoying the journey, I think, is where people get stuck. And I have been very conscious the last couple of weeks because we've been hitting some total roadblocks. Like everything is just delayed. I mean, like, every time the phone rings, I'm like, if it's disappointing, just like put it in an email. I don't need to, I don't want to have, I don't want to hear how your day was. And then you tell me the disappointing thing, just email it to me. No pleasantries. Just rip the Band-Aid off. But I've been like really forcing like, okay, this is the end of my day. Yes, there's more work to be done, but I'm going to enjoy this crazy process and I'm going to go sit outside and read a book. I'm going to go for a walk. Like I'm trying to, the way I'm enjoying my journey is like actually consciously leaving the work to go and enjoy the surroundings around me. I guess that's the same thing, my surroundings. So what are some ways that you like enjoy the journey or enjoy the process?
I love what you just said about finding joy in every day. It's one of the things, we're in the process of building an app for my platform. And it was one of the things that was so important to me that's driving our developers crazy is I wanted this tracker to be included. And one of the things that I wanted included is for you to every day say, what did I do that brought me joy? Because one of the things that I found is there would be days, maybe weeks, where I didn't do anything that was fun, that brought me joy, just because, I think we always feel like, oh, we save the joy for the special occasions or
Yeah.
the special days. And I also think that we sometimes think that, I love what you just said. We sometimes think that the joy has to be this big moment or this big thing. Just sitting out in the sunshine, or just biting into juicy piece of fruit, some moment where you're fully present and it brings you joy. It's actually one of the things that I used to do was to keep a gratitude journal.
Mhm.
And what I found was after a while, in all honesty, it got to be rote. I was just like, okay, gotta find 5 things to write down. Okay, just 5 things, yes. And I wasn't actually, it became almost like a chore. And so I felt like, what can I do to kind of freshen it up? And it really was, okay, take away the number, take away the need to put how many things can I write down, just even if it's one thing. What brought me joy? What can I truly be grateful for today? And now I'm not going to be Pollyanna here and say there every day there's joy in my life, because there isn't. There's some days where it's just challenging, right? You're just up against, like you said, like a lot of things. And so sometimes it's reframing the question and looking at, okay, what is this challenge here to teach me? Or how is this challenge here to help me grow? And I think that when you can look for, I know it sounds cliche, look for the silver lining. Because I feel like sometimes we look at challenges and failures as bad things. And yet, really, I feel almost like and this is something I'm still working on, still a work in progress. But it's almost like directors, right? It's almost like the flashlight showing you, no, no, you're going the wrong way. No, no, this is the way, this other way. Because if you look back on some of the things, at least in my life, when I look back on some of the moments that were like, oh my gosh, the worst thing that ever happened, somewhere in that was a blessing. I shared with you that my dad passed away 2 years ago, and I was speaking to a coach of mine when it happened, and he said, what can you find? What positive can you find in this? And I literally was like,
I'd be like, I think we need to go tomorrow. We'll
I
dismiss.
literally was like, excuse you, like, did you just hear what I said to you?
Yeah.
He said, go through this experience and look for things to be grateful for.